every fight is that. Every fight is a proving ground. Is a chance to showcase and let them know and solidify myself as the best in the world. So this is another one.
I heard you talk about Brunson's style that is very chaotic, hit and miss. How does that lend to your strengths and how you can expose him?
He's hit and miss whenever he fights. He sometimes shows up, and that's like rarely, and then sometimes, most times, he's always falling. So with me, he's gonna hit and miss and hit the floor.
Do you feel like your star power is there, or it's people are about to really know what time it is?
They're about to know. They'll already be known. The smart ones be known since before I go to the UFC. So, yeah, this is the. I mean, the door's always open. This train's not going to stop anytime soon. It's never going to stop until I pull the brakes on it. So, yeah, I'm enjoying myself. I'm just basking in everything and just chilling. So, yeah, I can't wait.
How's the training been for this particular fight?
For this particular fight, it's been a great training camp. I've just got my work done. You know, every training camp always has its downs, but you just have to rise above it. So I made it to the dance, and that's not much you can say for a lot of other athletes.
Thanks.
It seems like New York is your kind of city. Have you enjoyed your time here the last few days?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't live here, but you know, I'd spend like a couple months here. But for me, it's not the kind of city I'd live in. I'd visit and just hang out.
Is it too cold?
Not about the cold, it's just about the vibe. I love the vibe, but you can't really be in here too much. It'll drain you. You know, for me, I like my own me time. You know, I like my alone time. You can get that here, I'm sure. You know, I like being on top, on the 43rd floor, looking above everything. You know, it's cool, but it's different lifestyle in New Zealand, different pace, and everyone's different. You know, to each their own. And there's no shade, no nothing like that. But I love visiting. And yeah, I can't wait to go back home after I whip this guy's ass.
It's intense. The pace is intense here, right?
It depends how you look at it, you know. You just have to adapt, you know. So a lot of people can get daunted by it. All this shit. He's probably like, oh shit, all this, you know, like all this attention from a fight. You know, he hasn't got this before, so you have to handle it like a professional.
Does Madison Square Garden matter to you at all?
Yes, but I don't really bask in it until after the fight. I kind of just feel the vibe, you know, enjoy the atmosphere. But after the fight, I'm gonna sit back and just wow, look what I've done, and really soak it all in.
Where does the bad blood between you guys stem from? Is it just the product of you guys fighting each other? Like, where? I mean, you guys have been pretty heated with each other.
It's his insecurities. That's where it stemmed from. I had no beef. You know, I'm chilling. But it's his insecurities that are surfacing up. You know, because he's never been in this, and he sees what I'm getting, all the shine, all the money, all the clout that I'm supposedly getting because of all the work I'm doing. And he's been here for so long. This is only my first year in the company, not even a year. And I'm doing way more than he's ever done in his whole career. So, yeah, I think it's just his insecurity showing up.
He's been a striker in many of his recent fights. He's got big power, of course. That's what he's. I mean, that's the style that he's used. But he has a wrestling background. Do you feel like he will go back to that for this fight?
If he's smart, he will. But big mistake. I mean, a lot of these guys think they know me. They think, oh, he's just a striker. If I take him down, that's every single fight. All my fights, that's what they've all thought. But my wrestling starts way before we even like start to engage in the clinch. My wrestling starts way before we even start to shoot. You know, so these guys, I started the game at level 2, and yeah, he's gonna find out soon.
Is he your toughest test, do you think?
No.
Who was?
I don't want to. This is a different fight, but he's not my toughest test. Yeah, guaranteed.
Is that because of his style or his level, or why do you say that?
I've seen the way he fights, and definitely. I've seen the way he fights, and definitely, yeah, not my toughest test yet.
Do you feel like you had the big main event win in July, but doing it MSG, New York, big card like this, pay-per-view, could this be your coming out party? Is this the fight that gets you to that? You say you're level 2 to level 3 and beyond.
Every fight is that. Every single fight I've had in the UFC is the next fight that gets me to that next spot. You know, so. And I'm always progressing. I'm never going backwards. So I'm always progressing. This is the next one. After that one's the next one. And then it's the next party. And it's the next coming out party. So yeah, I keep evolving.
When Rocco fell off this card, the co-main event.
Never asked me for that. I'm just focused on this guy right across from me in the background. I want to whoop his ass. And then we can talk about Weidman.
Oh, so Weidman could be on your mind after this fight.
Maybe not after this fight. Maybe after I get the belt. I want to get the belt from Robert Whittaker in my next fight, because this is whoever wins spectacularly this weekend is going to be the guy to fight for the belt next. So I want to fight Robert. If he wins against Kelvin, And yeah, then we can talk about Weidman and the rest of them.
It feels like a middleweight showcase, right? This card with the 3 big middleweight on the main card alone.
Yeah, but not everyone made it to the dance. Only a few survived. Only the strong survived. So I'm here, and I'm going to prove I'm the strongest and the fastest and the smartest.
So in your mind, you win here spectacularly, you get that title shot next.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's also if, what's his name, Robert Whittaker wins against Kelvin Gastelum, and that's no joke. But he's the Wallaby, I'm the All Black. You know, there's always been the rivalry between both nations. So you want to move over here? Yeah, easy, yeah. I figure that's a bad spot to be in. I'm looking out for you. Nah, but that's for me. It's just another day in the office, to be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna be the guy to steal the show, even from the main event. That's a heavyweight fight, but I'm gonna steal the show.
Do you still have that vision of you and Whittaker in Australia or New Zealand down there?
Auckland, Spark Arena. We're going to sell that out. That just makes sense. Australia's too greedy. They've been having all the shows. We've only had 2 shows so far. So I need to take a show back to New Zealand next year and snatch the belt off them.
Last thing, man. There was a trade recently. Ben Askren coming to the UFC. Demetrius Johnson going to 1 championship. How do you feel about this? Did you even know that trades could be a thing in the sport?
This is history. This is historic. And I'm here for it. I feel Demetrius has been the greatest, pound for pound, longest reigning UFC champion in history. He's already beat the champion. You know what I mean? And the champion took the belt off him. It wasn't even a finish. It was a spectacular, not really too close, but dominating fight for Cejudo. And then now what else is he got to do? Make sense, bring Ben Askren over here. He goes over there and make a gang load of cash, and then probably get traded back at some point and then get the belt again and retire. Demetrius is a GOAT. He's going to be cemented in history forever. So he's already making history again with this trade, being the first ever guy to be traded. And it's going to be something that's going to happen more in MMA. And, excuse me.
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you. It's going to be something that happens more in MMA, and I'm here for it. I like that. I mean, why not? The NBA do trades, the NFL do trades. We're on par with those companies. So yeah, let's make it happen. Well, I'm staying with this company. They're never going to trade me.
Well, if the UFC
unless I want to.
If the UFC could trade to get someone else from any other organization to come and fight you, who would that be? Who would you choose?
2 seconds. I'd say after I beat this guy, trade him for Gegard Mousasi. I've always looked at him as a guy I want to fight. Definitely, I want to get that in. I want to get that one over with. Yeah.
Last thing, DC, Derek Lewis, who wins?
If I put my gun to my head, what's his name? DC. But I mean, this paper can't fight paper. DC he's been fighting with he had a broken hand. Derek's just coming off a win. Momentum's a powerful thing. So never ever sleep on Derek Lewis. But I'm a gambling man, but a safe bet would be DC. But a smart bet.
Thanks, Israel. I appreciate it, man. Good luck on Saturday.